When I was
Okay.
in my early 30s, I was desperate for answers. And so I had a natal chart reading. And I didn't even know what a birth chart was at the time, but I was desperate for answers, right? Okay. And
I
by then,
couldn't do one. I was adopted. I didn't know my time and place.
yeah.
Anyway,
Well, yeah.
interesting. It's like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah, I never thought about that. So I'm there, and it's a guy who really knows what he's doing, and he's got five other people with him that are learning. And he go sit over there, ma'am. We'll be with you shortly. Okay. So after like 20 minutes, the spokesman says, could you come here? Want to see if we're on the right track. And I said, okay. And we see here on the chart that you were you 3 when your parents got divorced? And I said, yeah. Hang on a second. Let's do the math on that. How is my parents and their divorce on my birth chart? And I said, is it all already done? Is it all already done? Has been my question ever since. But in that moment, the spokesman hedged and hawed and kind of kicked some imaginary leaves, and he's like, oh well, something muttered something about free will. I said, free will? I said, it's on my birth chart that I was 3 when my parents got divorced. Seems to me that's already been figured out. Well, who's got the free will in this? And I said, it can look like free will that you take a left and you air quote should have taken a right because that's your free will, but maybe even that's on the chart. And we all went home with some questions that night. Yeah, you're laughing.
I am because I know, how pernicious you are. And it's just, you ask a lot of questions and you don't hold anything back. And that's, well, it's the unique thing in my perspective of um, life in general. Everything's sacred and nothing is sacred. The truth deserves to be questioned and cajoled and whacked at until it shines. Otherwise, it wouldn't be truth. And right. So the more we whack away at it, the more it stands, the better opportunities we have of acquiescing to it and not in being complete denial of it. Right.